Hello everyone. Thought I'd just give a quick update of what I've done to the YZ. If you've watched the first video when I have a walk around of the YZ, and I'll give you a quick brief and rundown of the bike itself. I've learned a lot since then. So where we are now, it's been a fair while. All right. So the first video was done quite some time ago. So I bought the YZ. Long story short, I bought this YZ, which you'll see in the first video, and I spoke of a few things there that I found wrong with it. Well, it actually was only the tip of the iceberg, really. But there's things I wouldn't have seen anyway, all right? Because you wouldn't have been able to see them because they're bogged up. So since then, guys, what happened has, and I'll put some pictures up, basically it's been a complete strip down, so a bare frame. All right, so it wasn't what I thought, maybe able to fix a few things. So what's been done to it since you last seen it? All right, so if you watch my first video, I spoke about the casing. Hopefully you can see this because this camera's not all that good in dark environment. But the casing here was all damaged, and you can see now I have now got the guard on, and there's bolts into that now. So the chap he did repair it for us. He did a pretty good job there. So if I couldn't get that repaired, I was looking at getting new cases for it each side. And you've got to get matching cases too. You can't get one left case. It needs to be matching cases. And I won't go into it, but it's very important that you do get matching casing when you're putting a bike together. But he was able to fix that, okay? But in the meantime, before I actually took it up to him, I had the bike loaded on the trailer ready to take it up. And during that night, I noticed there was oil underneath the bike. Now, in my first video, I spoke about the rear shock, and the chap telling me that it had been rebuilt. And like I said, I don't believe that unless he's got receipts. So for me, I deem it not being rebuilt, blah, blah, blah. And it may have been rebuilt 10 years ago. But long story short, went out the garage and there's a big pool of oil. So the rear shock had actually shit itself. And so the rear shock had to be sent away, rebuilt, brand new, all internals all done, neo seals, the seals were gone on it. It was vapor blasted as well. It was vapor blasted, as you can see. It looks like a brand new shock now. New bumper stop. All right, so we had to do the whole shock. All right. In the meantime, when I asked him to have a look over the frame, he looked over the frame for me, and what we did find, which you'll see in the photo, you're probably looking at it right now, when we vapor blasted the whole frame, and there was holes in the frame underneath here. Okay, I've never seen holes like that before. I've seen them, with, the frame being, dings in it and that type of stuff, but holes in the frame, so that had to be all welded up and fixed. I decided to get the frame painted, not powder coated, so it's been repainted. So all that's been done. Now, I like to say, it's not a resto, guys, so it's not like I'm replacing every single nut and bolt brand new, okay? You will see there's lots of nuts being replaced brand new, yes, okay? But I like to leave the original nuts and bolts on there if I can, and that's what I've been doing. All I've been doing is cleaning them up, all right? So yeah, as per the frame, guys, it had to be welded up. The rear shock, like I said, rebuilt, vapor blasted, and come up really well. The rear subframe, I spoke about that being bent, okay? Yeah, that was fixed and straightened, so now the frame's all nice and straight. The bike is on an angle, by the way, guys, so if it looks a bit funny, the bike, it's actually sitting on an angle on the stand. So that was all redone and fixed, okay? Come around to the front. I spoke about this being black, the triple clamp. Well, that's how they are, okay? So I didn't know that. That's how they are. That hasn't been touched. That's been left as it is, original. The bottom one has been vapor blasted and cleaned up. The nuts and the bolts. The bolts themselves, you can see that. I've just cleaned them up. That's all. So I'll be leaving on there. I think they're original ones. And I put new nuts on it, okay? So that's what I've done there with that. The handlebars, all this top part here hasn't been touched yet. I've got brand new handlebars to put on it. There they are there. They're actually the same size, same type. There they are. But I had these handlebars left over from my vintage motocross days. So they've been there for about 5 years. So there you go. So they'll come in handy. So I'll put those bars on. I've got new, and I hope it's the right one. It says it's a YZ89. A new hose coming. So the brake hose itself. So yeah, I've got that coming. Hopefully it's the right one, because I'm saying that, guys, is because with this, you see here, that part there, see how it bends around like that? So it's, yeah, it's very, very particular. So I've got that coming. so hopefully that'll be all right. See things like this, see it's all, look at that, that's rubbish. I mean, I'll just clean that up, you know, amazing what you can do. That looked like that, and look at that now, okay? So you clean them up, put a bit of WD-40 on them, keep your eye on them, they stay pretty clean for a while, you know what I mean? But they do probably corrode over time again, but, you know, how it is. I've got new levers there for it, I'll tidy all this up. I've got other parts still coming, okay? The throttle housing, that's all broken up here. So I've got one of that's coming as well. I didn't get a throttle cable, I probably should have, but there's nothing wrong with the throttle cable, but the little rubber cover, it's cracked, and that comes with the throttle cable. So anyway, I should have got one. But anyway, believe it or not, I am trying to keep the costs down. All right, so where I can fix it and do it myself, I've been doing it myself, okay? The front brake reservoir for that still here, I'll clean all that up, tidy all that up, and like I said, new handlebars are coming. New hand grips, naturally I'll put all hand grips on it as well. They're not big expensive items, but it does add up. I can see why people can spend so much money on doing a bike build. It just adds up so quickly, and especially when you've got to get someone else to do things for you at $70 an hour, and then parts, well, you can see it adds up pretty quickly. All right, the rear brake, that was powder vapor blasted, but this little bolt, we like to call it, that's flogged out like big time. It needs to be replaced. I've actually put some shim in it, so it's like a metal type of sheeting that you can actually mould, and it's actually helped a bit, but it's gone. I need a new one, something like that, so I'll have to try to find one of those. I've had to search everywhere for them. I can't get one yet. I'll see what other models may fit, so I mean to do something about that. What else will be down? Yeah, the rear linkages. So up here, okay, you got your shims in there, what we like to call it, your bearings, whatever, or your sleeves, all brand new. So all brand new linkage, bearings, everything, you name it, it's all been replaced. So that's all brand new, and there's no movement at all, in that rear swing arm. Okay, so that's all been done. The rear swing arm's been vapor blasted. There were some holes where the chain had damaged the swing arm itself, been fixed and welded. The rear brake caliper, that was vapor blasted as well. But this bracket here, I hope you can see that there, the bracket itself was worn. That had to be modified and fixed because the caliper here was sitting on the top of the disc itself. So that's been fixed. Some new bolts, nuts and bolts put in there as well. Brand new brake pads. I'm still waiting from CMS, the little boots that go in here and here. So they should be here. They haven't been sent yet. I've ordered them probably about 4 days ago, but they haven't been sent yet. So yeah, they'll hopefully be on their way. So your nuts here, you can see this here, it's all corroded. I'll clean that up and put new fluid through, all that type of stuff. Yeah, what else did I find on it? What else? So the linkages, that's all done. Like I said, all the linkages, that's all been replaced in it. The front forks, where are they? Now, this camera again is not good in the dark. So there's the front forks, they're all taken off. I've cleaned them up. They come up really well, actually. The top caps, you can see all nice and shiny now. It still has the original bleeders, so I'll leave them on. I'll clean them up a bit better. I have stripped the forks down. I haven't placed the fork seals. I didn't go that far. They're fine at the moment. I put new oil in it. I'll put a picture up of the oil. The oil, I've never seen any oil this black before in my life in forks. They even got tacky in a way, so those fork oil has not been replaced for a long, long time. So it's got all cleaned out, brand new fork oil in it. And just by pushing up and down on it from before I did it compared to now with new oil in it, wow, big difference. So that should make a big difference to the bike. What else? Oh, no, I've forgotten something. What else have I done? What else do we do? The radiators are over there in the box. I won't go there, it's too dark, but they're in the box there. They're really beaten up. You should see them. They are beaten up big time. So what I did, I got these ones off eBay. I've actually got them before off one of my other vintage bikes, and look, they're okay. They're just aftermarket ones done by GPI Racing, high performance. So there you go. Should give me an extra 5 horsepower with that. So they'll go on. I've had a quick match up with the other ones, and they look okay. I mean, what I mean by that, sorry guys, I mean that all the brackets look fine, matching to the other radiators, so they should fit. That's what I'm saying. Fingers crossed. All right, but yeah. we'll wait and see till I come to that yet. So I've got the radiator to go on it, and they're not that expensive. And believe it or not, I could have got myself on CMS. That's where I get a lot of my parts via CMS. They had actually radiators in there, original radiators in there. The only thing was, I'm pretty sure they're about $800. Okay, yeah, well, they stayed there. I'd love to have them if I was a rich man, not a problem, but I'm not. These were like $150 or something. All right, so I got them to put on. That's the exhaust that come off it. Like I said, it's a Pro Circuit Works pipe. Nice, actually in pretty good nick. It's got a few little dings in it here. You can see there. I do have one of those devices that you can put on it to pressurize it and heat it up to get dings out. But believe it or not, the little ones are the hardest to get out. So I might not touch it. I might just leave it as it is. It needs a good clean up, which I'm going to actually do today. I'm going to clean this up today myself. See how we go. So I'll just give it a clean. But that's in really good nick. It fits nice. Yeah, so that's really good. So that'll be cleaned up today. I spoke about the rear muffler. Guys, the muffler was rubbish, the rear muffler. So I bought a new one. There's some of the parts here. There it is. So there it is there. It's a PEP muffler. PEP, I think it is. So there, that will go on. Cleaned up. There's all the shit and rubbish that will eventually go to the... Well, I don't know. I don't think I'll throw it out, but that's a lot of the rubbish. Alright, so there's the exhaust, the radiator. Our racing starts in March, it's in Feb. I'm not worried, I won't be racing. I might only be doing one race anyway this year because a lot of the races are away, not that close. So I thought, yep, alright, that's what I've done now, guys. So I'll shoot up another video once I've progressed a little bit more. If you have any questions or whatever, yeah, shoot me a comment. Yeah, and I'll get back to you.